afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to On the Couch with France, the planet. Tonight, this afternoon, this morning, we're joined by none other than Truth Decayed, all the way from Durban, South Africa. And we're going to have some fun for a couple of minutes and get on over to a bit of a show. But I'll let the band introduce themselves. So without further ado, off they go.
Hi, my name is Warren Jones. I play lead guitar.
Ron, it's Ron, vocals and also lead guitar.
Hey, my name's Johan and I play bass.
Basically, these guys are thrash metalers from Durban, South Africa. And yes, let's find out who will tell us a little bit more about Truth Decayed, where it started, how we got to where we are today.
Okay, so Truth Decayed essentially is a lockdown band. We started in the deep and harshest part of the lockdown in South Africa. It was just Warren and I, we were both quite bored over that period, and obviously I couldn't do much more work on my solo stuff at that point, at least. We started sharing some riffs and just some ideas. Didn't really know what it was going to come to, and that's where it started. And then as lockdown restrictions eased up a little bit and so on, Warren approached Johan and told him if he can learn bass, then he's got a spot. And our original drummer was Brandon Carey. That all came together. They all cycled together. They're mountain bikers. So that's my part at least.
Johan, do tell us a little bit more about your involvement with Truth Decayed, and why are we here today?
Why are we here? Well, we are here because we are on a headline tour up here in the beautiful, warm Joburg, Johannesburg.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it. So, tonight, here in Johannesburg, the first of 3 shows that you'll be playing. Warren, what can you tell us about tonight and the other shows leading up into the weekend?
Tonight's show, Thursday, Rumors Rock City. We're playing some extraordinary bands from Joburg area. We're fortunate enough to be brought up here by Brad from Doors Rock Radio. So tonight's Rumors Rock City. Tomorrow we at Railways in Pretoria, and Saturday we are at the Doors Rumors Lounge. Sorry.
There we go, man. Yeah, which is essentially the Doors nightclub, as
correct,
they call it. But great stuff, loving it. You as an artist, Warren, who are your influences? I see you wearing a Motorhead shirt today. Tell us a bit more about who you are as a musician and your background.
My background, I grew up from 5 years old. Myself and Rainer. Rainer's cousin actually got us into listening to metal. Iron Maiden, Slayer, Metallica. We were born into metal. But only picking up the guitar in my late teenage years in school. Black Sabbath, my major influence on that. And never touched any other instrument, just the guitar, loved it, couldn't put it down. Just been playing that pretty much all this time.
Fantastic, man. Rainer, if we move over to you, thank you so much, Warren. You as a musician, you've got Rainer Turon Music in your solo capacity, known internationally as Truth Decayed has become over the last few months. Tell us more about Rainer and your musical background.
Okay, I started playing shortly after Warren. Warren and I, as young friends, we always ended up doing the same things as each other, whether it be skateboarding or whatever. So it was only natural when he started learning to play guitar that I would. So that's where I started. And I play a few more instruments than Warren. I've always appreciated the wider spectrum of it. But in the beginning, it was also solid guitar. That was my thing. And I've played many different genres throughout my solo career as well. Everything from acoustic fingerstyle to ambient electric music and stuff like that. And now the new single, Breathe It All Away, in a new direction. It's going to take a bit of a heavier route. Some nice chuggy guitars, bit of vocals, bit of heavy vocals as well. So yeah.
Good fun, man. Tell me, when can we expect new music by Truth Decayed to hit the shelves, as we will call that? Where can people find it? Those kind of things.
Okay, so PTSD is out now, as most people should know. That's our single for the new album. We're going to be releasing Faded Visions Part 1 and Part 2 next year. So it's going to be a split album in a sense that The first part's going to come out with 5 tracks. People have a chance to absorb and enjoy that. And then later in the year, they'll have something to look forward to with Fader Visions Part 2. Fader Visions Part 1 will be made up from pretty much all the songs we played live, or at least a good few of them. And obviously PTSD, which was released already as well. And those songs that are quite solid and have been with us from early in our career. And yeah, we're excited for the even newer stuff that we're going to bring out as well. So yeah, and for Fader Visions Part 1, I'm suspecting late January. I'm not too sure. I have to check my deadlines that we have in time. But as far as I know, it's late January. Probably
Late
on a
January.
Friday.
Okay, fantastic, man. And Johan, before we start saying goodbye, I know this is a short one. You've got a gig to get to not too long from now. And thanks again once again to you guys for hanging out today and spending some time here in the studio. So thanks so much. Johan, you're not really into metal. You're not. Tell us about your musical history, especially the bands you don't like.
Oh no, here we go. Oh, I've been set up there now. Okay, well, my musical history. Look, I won't say I've never liked metal, but I've my metal sort of input started maybe only, I would say, 10, 12 years ago when new metal started becoming a thing. So, you know, bands like System of a Down, Korn, Slipknot, that sort of thing. And then I sort of got introduced into Iron Maiden and Judas Priest. So that was my sort of metal influence, but never any thrash metal, never any of that stuff. I honestly didn't even know what that was up until these guys were like, listen, I've got a thrash band. You want to learn to play bass? You can be in a thrash band. And I was like, okay. And I went home and I Googled what thrash metal was because I had absolutely no idea. But yeah, no, I've now started researching. And because I'm a bassist and I'm new to bass, I started looking at big, well-known bass players, like, what's his name, Harris. And who else was there? Pete Way. I've really started looking at Pete Way stuff. And I can't remember his name, but from Metallica.
Which one?
The first one.
Cliff Burton.
Cliff Burton, yeah. So, and then obviously also looking at a lot at like Ginger's bassist as well. Really like his style and his tone and his sound. So that's sort of my metal experiences a year, listening to thrash metal.
So great stuff. Thanks, man. Johan, while you've got the microphone, tell us about the other influences on music that you have. I mean, you're a pianist. You play some piano and stuff. Tell us more about that and how that kind of brings positivity to the table in Truth Decayed.
Well, I listen to a wide variety of music. Anything from, I love country music. I love Christian music. And worship music in generally have a lot of piano in it or acoustic guitar. So I started off, my instrument of choice was acoustic guitar. So I played that and I played it in a church. So I can play acoustic guitar. I dabbled a little bit in electric, but electric never really caught on for me. So I love piano. I love the sound of piano. So I've sort of listened to a lot, I don't know, like piano only music, piano covers music, that sort of stuff. I really love the aspect of piano. And then bass also, I listen to a lot of blues style bass. So I try and incorporate. I think also because I'm still new, I try and find my own style. And so I find that if I listen to a wider variety of bass playing or music, I can develop my own sense of style and my own sound. That's something that I would like to sound like.
Oh, fantastic, man. Fantastic. Great stuff. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah, cool.
And if you can pass the microphone back to Rhino. For those of you in the other countries, that's not South Africa. It's not Rhino, but Rhino.
Americans always call me Rhino.
Yeah.
All the time.
I want to make a dirty joke there, but let's leave it at that. From your side, what can you tell, or what would you like to say as a final word from Rainer Turon, vocalist of Truth Decayed?
Obviously, just thank you to anyone that's ever shown any interest in us, whether it be through friendships, as fans, support in any way, even criticisms, whatever it may be. Just thank you for engaging. Thank you for thinking we were worth your time. And I mean, we've just been overwhelmed by the responses of everything. Like, I can't believe how active our social media is in terms of direct messages and comments. And so far to this date, I've managed to reply to every single one, but it's getting a lot harder now. But I still put in that effort because I think that is, as a band, what we are most grateful for, the people in our lives and the people that share music with us. So, yeah, I'm not even going to go through the whole list. Obviously, my beautiful wife, obviously, Yvette Warren's wife, and extended family, and just the amazing people. I could literally babble on a list of names of people that have just shown so much support and connected in so many ways. It's too many of you, but thank you to all of you, whether it be in the States, in Canada, in Germany, I think New Zealand, Greece especially as well, and everyone else. If I missed the country, I apologize.
Thank you so much, Rhino. Please get that microphone to Warren. Hey, buddy. How you doing there?
Good, France.
I'm so happy, man. Glad to have you on the couch. First of many to come.
Oh, it's great to be.
Many to come. So, all obviously COVID permitting. Warren, from your side, final words.
Yeah, thank you to everybody who's brought us this far. Rain has been a fantastic driving force in our band as well. So great thank you to him. And thank you to everybody. Thank you to France for having us here today, sharing our music and getting us out there as well. Thank you all.
Thank you more. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, Truth Decayed, check out their brand new. Currently, today is the 16th of December, 2021. Check out their single out now, PTSD, on Bandcamp. Is it only Bandcamp, guys? Or is that the whole... So it's just Breathe It All Away that's on Bandcamp by Rain Is Run.
Breathe It All Away, Rain Is Run single, that's exclusively on Bandcamp because it's just purely an introduction and this is what I'm doing, Laka. PTSD is on everywhere, every platform. If you can play music on it, you will find it, I think.
Fantastic. PTSD out now by Truth Decayed. This has been France the Planet and Truth Decayed on the couch with France. Yeah. Goodbye. Take it easy.